Hello, welcome back to the third round of the practice of the oxidation number. In this case, we'll be practicing some more examples and we'll learn some more new concepts also. Okay, see here, mercury oxidation number to be calculated, that is X. Chlorine oxidation number minus 1 into 2 is equal to 0. So, X is equal to plus 2. So, here mercury is in plus 2 oxidation state. There are two X Hg twice. So 2x plus chlorine oxidation number is minus 1 into 2 is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to plus 2. So x is equal to plus 1. Lower oxidation state is called Us and higher oxidation state is called Ik. This is mercuric chloride and this is mercurous chloride. Sometimes student ask me the doubt that why you are taking chlorine as minus 1. Because क्लोरीन 17th ग्रुप का मेंबर है NH2NP5, तो इसका मिनिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट मतलब ये एक इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है और इसका मैक्सिमम ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट मतलब ये 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर सकता है. So its oxidation state can be -1 to +7. Then how come you are taking only -1? See, it's more of common sense thing. This is mercury, which is a metal. So metal will be always electron donor. So non-metal has to be electron acceptor. तो क्लोरीन जब अपने से कम इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट के साथ होता है या कोई भी नॉन मेटल जब अपने से कम इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट के साथ होता है, जैसे हमने एक कंपाउंड बनाया ए एंड बी, AXBY, यहाँ पे लेट्स सपोज ए एंड बी बोथ आर नॉन मेटल. ए का इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी बी की इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी से कम है. इन दैट केस A will be in the positive oxidation state and B will be in negative oxidation state. That is the reason I am keeping chlorine negative oxidation state -1, not keeping any positive oxidation state, right? Well, that was a minor doubt. आगे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. Chlorine oxidation state X plus 3 into -2, oxygen oxidation state -2 is equal to -1. So chlorine is equal to +7. See here, the chlorine oxidation state by calculation is coming +7. Why? Because it is a ion of two non-metals, chlorine and oxygen. Electronegativity of chlorine is less than oxygen. You have to learn the Pauling scale we did in the periodic table chapter. तो जब इसका इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी कम है तो ये क्लियर है कि क्लोरीन ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव होगा, क्योंकि जो मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव है दैट विल बी इन द नेगेटिव ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट. अब क्लोरीन का पॉजिटिव ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट कैन बी अप टू +7, so we have to calculate how much positive it is, and that came out to be +7. Sulfur oxidation state X, oxygen oxidation state 4 into -2 is equal to -2, so X is equal to +6. The sulfur is in +6 oxidation state in sulfate ion. Silicon X, oxygen 2 into -2 is equal to 0. X is equal to +4. If you want to verify whether calculation is correct or not, so silicon is of 14th group and 14th group is NS2NP2. Outer shell it has 4 electrons, so maximum oxidation state can be +4. Our calculation is correct. This is silicate ion, orthosilicate ion, orthosilicate ion. Silicon oxidation state is X, oxygen 4 into -2 is equal to -4, so X is equal to plus 4. Here also the silicon is present in plus 4 oxidation state. This is carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. So hydrogen with any non-metal is always plus 1. Carbon oxidation state X, oxygen 3 into minus 2 is equal to 0. The sum of oxidation state of the compound, sum of oxidation numbers of all components in compound is equal to 0. So X is equal to plus 4. Here the carbon is in plus 4 oxidation state. X, hydrogen with any non-metal is always plus 1, and there are 4 hydrogen. So X is equal to minus 4. Carbon is in minus 4 oxidation state. PtCl6 minus 2, chloroplatinate ion. Chloroplatinate ion. So here platinum oxidation state X. Chlorine with metal will always be minus 1 because metals are less electronegative. Chlorine is more electronegative. There are 6 chlorine. Sum of oxidation number will be equal to charge. So X is equal to plus 4. Platinum is in plus 4 oxidation state. Here Na2S4O6, sodium tetrathionate. Sodium tetrathionate. Here alkali metal oxidation number is always plus 1. Sulfur oxidation state 4 into minus 2. Sorry, sulfur we had to find. Sulfur oxidation state is X. Oxygen oxidation state minus 2. And sum of the all oxidation number will be equal to 0. We get 4X is equal to plus 10. Now 4X is equal to plus 10. So X is equal to plus 2.5. Is it possible to have fractional oxidation number? Yes. This represents average oxidation number of sulfur. That means these 4 sulfurs have collectively lost 10 electrons, or these 4 sulfurs collective oxidation state is plus 10, but individually it can be different, right? So when you take the average of that, it comes to 2.5. If you want to find individually, then what we have to do? So to find individual oxidation state, what we can do is we have to draw the structure of S4O6 ion. So this is actually sulfur, sulfur, sulfur and sulfur. There are 4 sulfur and 2 sulfurs are attached to the oxygen through the double bond, and also attached to 1 oxygen to single bond. Got it? Now this case, left there is sulfur, right there is sulfur. For covalent bond, we have the rule. In case of covalent bond, we have the rule number 1. Less electronegative atom plus 1 per bond. Per bond. More electronegative atom, more electronegative atom, minus 1 per bond. And further, same covalent bond between same atoms or atoms of same element, we assign 0 oxidation number. तो ये जो सल्फर है, ये लेफ्ट में भी सल्फर से अटैच है, राइट में भी सल्फर से अटैच है. तो इसका ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर होगा 0, क्योंकि ये सेम एलिमेंट्स के साथ कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड बना रहा है। सेम दिस सल्फर, इसके लेफ्ट में और इसके राइट में दोनों तरफ सल्फर है। इसका मतलब थर्ड कंडीशन, कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड बिटवीन एटम्स ऑफ सेम एलिमेंट, तो इसका ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर भी होगा 0। हियर सल्फर इज फॉर्मिंग 5 बॉन्ड्स, देखो इधर, डबल बॉन्ड एंड सिंगल बॉन्ड। सल्फर इज फॉर्मिंग 5 bonds with oxygen and electronegativity of sulfur is less than oxygen। 16 ग्रुप में ऑक्सीजन के नीचे आता है सल्फर, तो ये लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव है, तो ऊपर वाले ऑक्सीजन को मिलेगा -2, इस सल्फर को मिलेगा +2। हियर +1 -1, हियर +2 -2। मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव को मिलेगा -1 पर बॉन्ड, लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव को मिलेगा +1 पर बॉन्ड, डबल बॉन्ड है तो +2। सेम स्टोरी विल बी विद दिस सल्फर ऑल्सो। ये 2 सल्फर होंगे +5 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में और 2 सल्फर होंगे 0 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में। एंड दिस आयन S4O6-2, this is called tetrathionate, tetrathionate ion। और अगर हम यहाँ पे 2 हाइड्रोजन लगा देंगे तो H2S4O6 बन जाएगा टेट्राथायोनिक एसिड, टेट्राथायोनिक एसिड। हियर सल्फर डबल बॉन्ड ऑक्सीजन बॉन्ड CH3 and CH3। So in this particular case, what happens is, basically what happens, कोवेलेंट नंबर का कंसेप्ट लगाएंगे, जो मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव है उसको मिलेगा -1 पर बॉन्ड, लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव को मिलेगा +1 पर बॉन्ड। कार्बन और सल्फर में से आप कंपेयर करोगे तो कार्बन 14th ग्रुप का मेंबर है और सल्फर 16th ग्रुप का मेंबर है, राइट। सो व्हाट हैपेंस, sulfur electronegativity is more than carbon, right? So we'll assign carbon as plus oxidation state and sulfur as -1 oxidation state, -1 +1। So collectively the oxidation state of the sulfur will become equal to 0। Okay, As2O3, arsenous oxide। Okay, let's see, arsenic oxidation state 2x plus 3 into -2 is equal to 0। So 2x is equal to +6, so x is equal to +3। आर्सेनिक 15 ग्रुप का मेंबर है, 15 ग्रुप की हाईएस्ट ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट होती है +5 और उससे लोअर होती है +3, +5 एंड +3। तो ये लोअर ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट शो कर रहा है, सो विल यूज अस, दिस इज आर्सेनस ऑक्साइड, राइट। नाउ AsO4-3, arsenic X, right, and oxygen 4 into -2 is equal to -3, so X is equal to +5। bromine oxidation state X, oxygen 3 into -2 is equal to -1, so X is equal to +5 oxidation state will be shown in this particular case। Now the next calculation is for nitrogen. So nitrogen oxidation state X, oxygen oxidation state -2 is equal to 0. So we get X is equal to +2. So nitrogen is in +2 oxidation state here. X 3 into -2 is equal to -1. So X is equal to +5. Nitrogen is in +5 oxidation state. Here the phosphate ion, phosphorus oxidation state X 4 into -2 is equal to -3. So X is equal to +5. This is phosphate oxidation state is considered to be +5. Nitrogen oxidation state X and 2 into -2 is equal to 0. So here nitrogen is in +4 oxidation state. Chromium oxidation state X, OH group oxidation state -1. Now here we need not to take oxygen and hydrogen separately because OH group represents the hydroxide ion. Hydroxide ion. So instead of taking oxygen and hydrogen separately, we can take the OH minus collective charge is -1 into 3 is equal to 0. So X is equal to +3. Now here hydrogen with any non-metal is always +1. 2 oxygen oxidation state 2X is equal to -1. So 2X is equal to +2. So X is equal to, 2X is equal to -2. So X is equal to -1. Here oxygen is in -1 oxidation state. So this is about the third round of the practice of the oxidation numbers. In the next session, next video, we will have the fourth round of the practice of oxidation number, and that will be very, very important because there we'll be completing some more exceptional conditions also.